Bitter herbs, those sharp, pungent, mouth-curdling plants like dandelion greens, wormwood, chicory, and gentian root, are perhaps some of the most misunderstood and underappreciated elements of the plant kingdom. In today's world, where sweetness is king and the flavor profile of many foods has been engineered to be as mild and pleasing as possible, bitter herbs stand defiantly at the edge of the culinary spectrum. They are intense, often aggressively so. They do not hide their taste or dull their edges to win affection. They are unapologetically medicinal in flavor, and for many, nearly impossible to eat without a grimace. But buried inside that bitterness is something vital, something we've almost forgotten: true health, real strength, and ancient wisdom that has, for centuries, been part of the human diet and healing tradition. These herbs are incredibly rich in antioxidants, compounds that fight free radicals in the body and help protect cells from oxidative stress, which has been linked to aging, inflammation, and a host of chronic diseases. Many bitter herbs are also high in phytochemicals that support detoxification, hormonal balance, and immune function. But perhaps their most well-known and, ironically, most ignored benefit is how profoundly they support the liver. In traditional medicine systems around the world, bitter herbs are seen as tonics that stimulate the production of bile, support the gallbladder, and help the liver process toxins more efficiently. This is not anecdotal folklore, it is biochemistry. The bitterness triggers a reflex in the body that encourages digestive secretions, wakes up the metabolism, and gets the digestive system moving with a kind of force and clarity that few other foods can match. And yet, we run from them. We cover them up. We avoid them. We find every excuse to never have to taste that sharp edge again. The reality is that bitter herbs challenge our comfort, not only in flavor but in the relationship we have with our bodies and our food. In a culture obsessed with instant gratification, bitter herbs demand patience and tolerance. They remind us that healing is not always pleasant, and that not all things that are good for us are easy to consume. The rejection of bitter foods in modern diets has been so complete that many people have no real experience with a bitter taste at all, unless it's accidental or associated with something gone wrong. This loss is more than culinary, it's physiological. Our digestive systems evolved with bitterness. Our ancestors ate wild greens, foraged roots, and medicinal plants regularly. Their palates were tuned to a different register, one that included the sour, the pungent, and the bitter right alongside the sweet and salty. That balanced interaction with a full spectrum of flavors helped regulate appetite, stimulate enzymes, and support the body in processing complex foods. Without those bitter signals, our systems have become sluggish, overwhelmed by processed foods that offer taste but demand little work from the body. And the price is steep. Liver dysfunction, sluggish digestion, bloating, fatigue, hormonal imbalances — these are not just modern health issues born of excess. They are signs of internal systems that no longer get the stimulation they once did. Bitter herbs, while unpleasant to the modern tongue, are a natural remedy for this stagnation. They are not magic pills. They do not taste like candy. But they do something essential. They remind the body how to function properly. But here's the hard truth: there is no easy way to introduce them into a sugar-saturated life. You cannot hide a dandelion leaf in a smoothie and expect its bitterness to go unnoticed. You cannot drink a gentian tincture without feeling its impact in every cell. These herbs are strong, and they were never meant to be subtle. And that is their power. They challenge the notion that health should be convenient or flavorless. They bring back the idea that food should do something to us, that it should interact with us on a deeper level than just pleasure. Of course, there are risks. Some bitter herbs can be too powerful, especially when concentrated in tinctures or supplements. Wormwood, for instance, contains thujone, which can be toxic in large doses. Others may interact with medications or stimulate the liver in ways that are unsafe for people with certain conditions. These are not casual salad ingredients. They are medicinal plants, and they need to be respected as such. If taken recklessly, without knowledge or guidance, they can cause harm. Always consult with a qualified practitioner before diving deep into the world of bitter herbs. But for those who understand their strength and who are willing to embrace the challenge of bitterness, the rewards are significant. You begin to reclaim a part of your biology that has been dulled by sweeteners and artificial comfort. You start to feel digestion happening, really happening. You feel your energy change, your skin improve, your appetite balance out. You no longer eat just for flavor. You eat to heal, to support, to strengthen. Bitter herbs are not here to seduce. They are here to awaken. And awakening, as we all know, is rarely gentle. It pulls us from our numbness, from our cravings, from our overindulgence. It demands that we face discomfort, that we chew through something difficult, that we taste the edge of health itself. And in that act, in the bitter bite, is the beginning of something powerful, the return to true nourishment.